Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday the 21st of December. Okay, so this will be the last update I do for this year. I certainly don't trade next week at all. I won't be trading. I won't even probably be looking at the markets at all. It's good to take a break from them. So I will be taking a proper break. And I will be back recording on the 3rd of December, 3rd of January. Yeah, just take a year off, Kim. But no, seriously, just 3rd of January I'll be back with my morning outlooks, and we'll take it from there. So the big picture will start back on around about the 7th. So euro dollar yesterday rallied into its monthly 21. It was its monthly 21 actually, or weekly 21. Weekly 21. There was some other data as well. It ran into its weekly 100. There was quite a few things. The 500, but of course they're the same moving average. A lot of them on the fractal. But it rallied in, sold off, pulled back, or sold off, pushing back up again at the moment. It's looking like it's got the potential to roll back over. I do wonder if we'll get a triple top here, or maybe it'll push up towards that R1. But in the short term here, you know what I'm eyeing. I'm eyeing back towards this daily pivot potentially. We'll see if it rolls back towards that sort of zone. What for today? We could have quite a choppy old day. There's generally even very little out to be focused on today. It's CAD details, is mostly CAD details. There is a bit of a current account this morning in the UK at 9:30. It could create a bit of volatility. Final GDP coming out there as well at 9:30 for the pound. Side of that, really core retail sales, core durable goods US, and then some more Canadian data. So not a great deal out today. As I said, I think a lot of traders will be winding down. So I'll be one of those. If it doesn't set up too much in the morning, I don't think I'll be sitting looking at the screen too much this afternoon. So there's the euro. As I say, I'm looking at potential for a short back, but towards the daily pivot, I'm not really too fussed on it. I certainly won't be holding anything beyond that. The pound, well, pound also had its rally, never managed to get to sort of back to the same sort of strength of we've seen there with the euro, but it still had a decent rally yesterday. It's in a real chop here on the 4-hourly, which is probably no surprise whatsoever. Probably should be adjusting that trend line a little bit there. Where to today? Well, it's a pretty messy old situation. It's already hit the daily pivot there. It's lower highs yesterday. That was confirmed by the taking that low out there. So really, it's choppy with a chance of some further downside. And if we see this both on the euro and the pound, well, maybe a move back down towards that 30-minute 200. Maybe even further. We'll see how that runs there. But certainly, there's a lot of chop. Okay, dollar yen, and the yen bounced off its daily 200 there yesterday. Never really got too much of a retracement from that, and it's still sitting down there. There's that complete lack of well, it's more of a safety move that I think this is, but lack of trust in the markets maybe moving into Christmas period. Untouched daily pivot above, so if we do see any rallies, well, that's where it would initially target. If it pushes on through there, well, we'll see. But for now, I'm sort of looking at that, wondering if the money's just going back to safety. Aussie dollar, it failed to hold on to any gains it made yesterday, handing them back, closing down level, and this morning, well, it's just chopping along with barely any price action at the moment. Now, when it consolidates like this, it will be a shock to see it actually move. My preference, I say, in terms of the trend, would be to the downside here. I mean, we're just consolidating. We may have pushed on to the downside, but we're already into the weekly S2 here. Maybe we'll continue doing pretty much what it's doing as it runs through the day, which is nothing. And finally, the Canadian dollar continued yesterday pushing up. I keep on swinging back to this chart here, getting closer and closer to the 786886 area, which would be the target of this overall movement there. Oil dropping down in price, it's not helping at all. It's just I mean, we're already up to the R2 here on the Canadian dollar. It's pretty weak overall. I mean, it's bouncing along now. Maybe where it's sitting here, it's got a chance of pushing back up a bit, but and continued back to the upside from where it is, maybe into yesterday's highs. So there you go. Obviously not a great deal there for me at the moment, but I'm really looking at the European currencies, the euro to pound, with the eye on to see if I can short those. Okay, that's pretty much it. So Merry Christmas to those that celebrate Christmas, and for those that just looking forward to the new year, Happy New Year. Have a great one. Bye for now.